Ever hop in your car, turn the key, and nothing happens? Or maybe the dashboard lights up with warnings, or your infotainment system freezes. It's easy to assume the worst, costly repairs, or a trip to the mechanic. But sometimes, the fix is simple. A quick reset can clear minor glitches and get you back on the road. No tools or special skills needed. In this video, I'll show you 10 easy car reset tricks that can solve common problems and save you time and money. Welcome to FixPro Garage. Let's jump into the first reset trick and get your car running smoothly again. The ECU reset, or master reset, is a simple trick that can fix many car issues. The ECU controls your engine's performance, and sometimes it stores old data that causes rough idling or warning lights. Resetting it is easy and free. First, turn off the ignition and make sure all electronics are off. Then, disconnect the negative battery terminal with a wrench. Wait about 10 minutes to let the ECU fully reset. Reconnect the battery, start the car, and let it idle for a few minutes. You might lose radio presets or clock settings, but this trick often clears glitches and warning lights. Always have your radio code handy, just in case. Try this master reset before heading to the mechanic. The check engine light pops on. Don't panic. It's your car's way of telling you something needs attention, but it doesn't always mean disaster. First, check your gas cap. A loose or faulty gas cap is one of the most common reasons for a check engine light. Make sure it's tightened until you hear it click. If the cap is damaged or won't seal, consider replacing it. After tightening, drive your car as usual for a day or two. Sometimes it takes several drive cycles for the light to reset itself. If the light stays on, grab an OBD2 scanner. Plug it into the port under your dashboard. Read the error code. It'll tell you what triggered the light. Don't just clear the code without checking what it means. Write it down or take a photo for reference. Look up the code online or in your car's manual. Some codes are minor, like a loose sensor, while others could signal bigger problems. If you don't have a scanner, you can try an ECU reset by disconnecting the negative battery terminal for about 10 minutes. But be aware, this will also reset your radio presets and clock. Common mistake: don't ignore the light if it comes back immediately after a reset. That means there's a real issue that needs fixing, not just a glitch. If the light flashes instead of staying steady, stop driving and get your car checked right away. A flashing light usually means a serious problem, like a misfire, that could damage your engine. If the light stays off after your reset, congratulations, you just saved yourself a trip to the shop and some cash. Have you noticed your transmission shifting oddly, especially after a battery replacement or disconnect? Sometimes your car's transmission control module loses its memory and needs to relearn your driving habits. This can lead to rough or delayed shifts, and it's more common than you might think. Modern automatic transmissions are adaptive. They actually learn from your driving style over time. But when the battery is disconnected, or after certain repairs, the system can get confused and start shifting poorly. Luckily, there's a simple reset trick you can try at home before heading to the shop. Here's how to do it. First, make sure your car is in park and the parking brake is engaged for safety. Insert your key and turn it to the on position. Don't start the engine, just turn on the electronics so the dashboard lights up. Next, press the accelerator pedal all the way to the floor and hold it there for about 10 seconds. This signals the transmission control module to enter a reset or relearn mode in many vehicles. While still holding the pedal down, turn the ignition back to the off position. Keep your foot on the pedal for a few more seconds, then slowly release it. Wait another 10 to 15 seconds before doing anything else. This gives the system time to reset. Now, start the engine as you normally would. For the next 20 to 30 minutes, drive gently. Avoid hard acceleration or abrupt stops. This allows the transmission to relearn your driving style and recalibrate its shift points for smoother performance. Keep in mind, this reset trick works for many modern cars, but not all. If your steering feels heavy or jerky or you see a power steering warning, try this reset. With ignition on, engine off, turn the wheel full left, full right, then center. holding at each end. Start the engine and repeat the process. This recalibrates the steering sensors and often clears warning lights. If the issue returns, it may be more serious, but this quick reset often does the trick. Window stuck or won't auto-close after a battery swap. Try this reset. With ignition on, hold the window switch down until fully open, then keep holding for 3 seconds. Pull the switch up to close, hold for 3 seconds after it's closed. This retrains the window module. Repeat if needed. No tools, no parts, just a simple fix. Filled your tires but the TPMS light stays on? The sensors may need a reset. Inflate all tires, including the spare, to the recommended pressure. Turn ignition on, find the TPMS reset button, and hold until the light blinks 3 times. Start the car and let it idle for 20 minutes. If there's no button, check your manual for your car's reset method. Most of the time, this clears the light. If not, check for a faulty sensor. Noticing a rough or unstable idle after cleaning your throttle body, or maybe after disconnecting your car's battery? Don't worry, this is a common issue, and it's usually nothing serious. When you clean the throttle body or reset the battery, your car's computer loses its memory of the correct throttle position, which can cause the engine to idle unevenly or even stall. To fix this, your car needs to relearn the throttle position. Start by warming up the engine until it reaches normal operating temperature. This step is important because the relearn process works best when the engine is fully warmed up. Next, turn the ignition to the on position, but don't start the engine. Just let the dashboard lights come on while the engine stays off. Wait for a few seconds, usually about 10 to 15 seconds is enough. This gives the car's computer time to initialize and get ready for the relearn procedure. Now, slowly press the gas pedal all the way to the floor. Take your time. Smooth, steady pressure is key here. Hold the pedal down for a few seconds, then gently release it back to the starting position. Repeat this process 2 or 3 times. This helps the throttle position sensor recalibrate and tells the computer the full range of pedal movement. After that, start the engine and let it idle on its own for 5 to 10 minutes. Don't touch the gas or any other controls, just let the car settle and adjust itself. During this time, the car's computer is recalibrating the throttle and idle speed, learning the new settings for smooth operation. Once the idle is steady, take your car for a gentle drive around the block. This helps the computer finish the relearn process and ensures everything is working as it should. After following these steps, most idle issues should be resolved and your engine should run smoothly again, just like it's supposed to. Infotainment screen frozen or Bluetooth won't connect? Try a soft reset. Hold the power and volume or home buttons for 10 seconds until the screen restarts. If that fails, turn off the car, open the driver door, and wait a few minutes before restarting. For stubborn issues, disconnect the battery for 10 minutes. This clears most glitches. No dealer visit needed. ABS light on after wheel work or a battery swap. Try this reset before heading to the shop. Turn ignition on, engine off, pump the brake pedal 3 or 4 times holding on the last press. Turn ignition off, then start the car. This can clear minor ABS errors. If the light stays off, you're good. If not, check for a bad sensor. Don't ignore persistent ABS warnings, but try this first. Ever replaced your key fob battery, only to find the remote functions suddenly stop working? Don't panic. This is a common issue, and it usually means your key fob needs to be resynced with your car's system. Let's walk through the step-by-step process to get your remote working again. First, get inside your car and make sure all the doors are closed. Insert your key into the ignition. Now, turn the key to the on position, but don't start the engine. Quickly turn the key from off to on about 5 times in a row, ending in the on position. This sequence helps your car recognize the key fob and enter programming mode. Listen carefully for a chime, a beep, or the sound of your door lock cycling. These are signs that your car is ready to resync. Now, press any button on your key fob. Hold it for a couple of seconds. If you have more than one fob, repeat this step for each one. For cars with push-button start, the process can be a bit different. Usually you'll need to have the fob inside the car, press the start button without pressing the brake, and follow a specific sequence, like pressing the button a certain number of times or holding it down. Always check your owner's manual for the exact steps, since procedures vary by make and model. If your key fob still isn't working, double-check that the battery is installed correctly and is the right type. Sometimes dirty contacts or a weak battery can cause issues. Also, make sure you're using the original fob. Aftermarket or replacement fobs may need special programming tools. If you're still having trouble, try searching online for your specific car model and year. Many manufacturers have unique reset procedures. Some cars require a diagnostic tool or a trip to the dealer, but for most, this DIY trick works wonders. Remember, resyncing is needed because your car's security system loses communication with the fob after a battery change or if the fob hasn't been used for a while. Following these steps restores that connection, saving you time and money. With a little patience and the right steps, you can get your remote functions back. No dealership visit required. Give it a try and enjoy the convenience of your key fob once again. Before spending hundreds at the mechanic, try these reset tricks. Many car problems are solved in minutes with a simple reset. No special tools needed. That's what FixPro Garage is all about. Empowering you to fix your own car and save money. Comment below with your success stories and subscribe for more DIY fixes. See you next time. Let's keep those cars running smooth.